I've been a Christian since I can remember. It began when I was really young. It was when I was 2 or 3, probably 3. I've been going to this church, the same thing, and ever since I can remember. Next question, please. What has Jesus done for me? He's given me so much great stuff. He did miracles, he told parables, he died for us, he turned his life upside down for us. Romans 5:8. But God demonstrated his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us.
I wasn't a bad troublemaker. I just wouldn't listen a lot. I wouldn't obey my parents a lot. My story mainly began when I was around 9, and that was when I finally decided that Christianity is the religion I wanted to follow. I wanted to stick with God. And I went to VBS and I gave my heart to Jesus. After that moment, after I walked back to class, I felt like God, I felt the power of God in me. I felt that he was there to protect me, to give me strength. Everything, I just felt his presence in my heart. And then when I turned 12 last year, I finally decided it was the time to get baptized. I've changed mainly by understanding God more than I did before. When I was younger, I used to think it's just like another religion, it's nothing too big. And then when I started progressively growing, I started to learn more about it, and I started to get into God. I don't know where I would end up if I was still that person, if God didn't come into my life. I don't know where I would be in the future or even now, right now.
My younger cousins got in a car accident and they passed away, and our family was a wreck, and we were all really upset and we were mad at God. It really changed how our lives were. So I always wonder, why Jesus would take my cousins, and they were so young, but I'm always just questioning it, and I still don't know why it happened. I've been going to church more often lately, and I've decided that now is when I should get baptized, because I feel like it's time for Jesus to lead me. My favorite thing about Jesus is that whatever you do, he'll always accept you, and you're always allowed back. I wanted to get baptized because I know that once I do it, that I've accepted Jesus, and that being a Christian is just what I want to be for the rest of my life.
I lived a life of nothing but drugs and alcohol, and everything I was involved in was all centered around things that were hurting me. I was actually in jail in West Boylston. I was having a very rough time there. I was doing a lot of drugs in jail.
It was just recently. I had a lot of issues with drugs and alcohol. I had gone to AA, and I was going to 2-3 meetings a day. I was bringing the girls with me, and something was missing. And then I just hit rock bottom. And this was recently. This was in November. I hit rock bottom. We were lost. We were financially just crumbling. Everything. Stress from DCF and my mother and all sorts of things. And then our girls got taken from us in the beginning of December.
My final rock bottom was losing our daughters. I never thought that would happen to me, ever. I've known people that's happened to, and I was the guy judging them, saying, how could you ever let that happen? And now I understand. That was my ultimate rock bottom. I mean, we were emotionally, spiritually, physically broken. When I walked into the church, I didn't even want to live anymore. Sorry. Sorry.
It's crazy to think about it, like the damage I've done to our children, you know, to myself. I was so angry. Like I purposely would pick fights. You know, when Mike had gotten to that point, he took a vial of my insulin and he injected himself with 100 units. And I had to get him to the hospital, and he didn't want to go, and it was scary to get to that point, you know. We were fighting all the time, bickering over every little thing because we were just so broken.
I was angry, and then I came here, and it immediately changed. The times I get angry now are nothing like they used to be, and they're quickly resolved. I no longer use any type of drug, and don't feel the need to. I get my strength through the Lord and the Holy Spirit, and that's the truth. Everything I am today, it's because of God and the church and the people I'm surrounded by, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
The people here have been amazing, you know, the support through everything we've been going through, and I thought we were gonna come here and we were gonna keep everything secret. You people weren't gonna know anything about us. Weren't gonna know how bad we really were. And we opened up. It's hard not to. It really is. It's hard not to, and not being judged for the things that we've been through. We're excited about where things are leading, and no, it's not perfect. Our girls are still not home with us, but you know, we were told it could be 6 months to a year before we got them back. They were taken in December. It's March, and we've already started the transition process. Why do I want to be baptized? It's something that we get to do together. The strength that we've already gotten since we've been coming here has been incredible.
My name is Mike.
Julianna,
Sarah,
Nathan?
Kerry and I have decided to follow Jesus. Now stop pointing the camera at me.